Farming life sims. Games where farming, specifically the growing and harvesting of plants for profit, is a major focal point of the story, but not necessarily the only focus. It does need to be a major element in progressing throughout the game, but these games also tend to offer a storyline and/or relationships that'll shape your experience in the world. These are the games we're looking at today. What's up, gamers? Welcome to GameStar. My name is Rob, and today we're covering 10 lesser known but highly rated farming life sims that you can play on Steam right now. Now, I like to rate games based on player reviews because personally, I think it's the most important metric when picking out a game. There's just 3 quick things I want to go over for clarification real quick. First off, Steam reviews are calculated by players answering the question, would you recommend this game to others? It's a simple yes or no vote. So if a game has a review score of 90%, that simply means that 9 out of every 10 people that rated that game said they would recommend it to others. Secondly, in order to qualify for this list, all games must have a primary search tag of farming sim and have a primary focus on the growing and harvesting of plants as a means to advance the game. This will help us narrow the field, so to speak. And the third and final thing is that the games must have at least 1,000 Steam reviews and be less than 5 years old in order to qualify for this list. All these games share the goal of managing, growing, harvesting, and caring for a garden, as well as other farm-related tasks. We'll start with the lowest rated game on the list and work our way up to the number 1 highest recommended farming life sim on Steam. I've done all the work for you, so all you have to do is kick your shoes off your feet and grab a comfy seat, because we're kicking off right now with number 10. Released on Steam in April of 2022, Winkeltje, the little shop, tasks you with running an old world fantasy shop. You'll manage all aspects of the business, from buying products at a good price to determining how much you like to sell them for, or even when to sell them. Certain products are popular at different times and seasons. The more you play, the better you'll get at these decisions. Of course, growing plants yourself and selling them, or better yet, using them to create potions you can sell for even higher profits, is the way to go. And with enough success, you'll need to hire and manage employees, as well as determine how much to pay each employee. If you pay them too much, you'll slow the growth of your business. Don't pay them enough, and you won't have them very long. Design your store from the ground up and determine the layout. We're talking walls and room placement, windows and doors. When you have the money, you can even expand it even more. The more rooms you have, the more items you can offer your customers. There are also random events that change your access to certain products, or that can change the value of items you have for sale. If growing a shop by growing your garden and managing all things in between sounds like a good time to you, give Winkeltje, the little shop, a try. It comes in at number 10 on our list with a player review score of 89% with over 1,500 reviews. So the odds are pretty good that you're going to like it. And at number 9, get ready to explore, farm, fish, mine, and craft, all while solving puzzles and embarking on quests across Luma Island. Whether you choose to play solo or with a team of up to 4 players online, you'll have plenty to do. And with 3 difficulty settings, Cozy, Adventure Mode, and Heroic, you can keep the challenge and tempo right where you want. You'll start the game off having purchased Old Man Jeffrey's farm and rustic caravan on the island. You'll then begin the process of cleaning and revitalizing it. There'll be plenty to do in the process, including uncovering once lost secrets and collecting the magical creatures known as Lumas, which offer benefits and have special abilities that can help you through your chores and travels. You'll need to explore the island and complete quests to maximize your potential, but you can do it all at your own pace. There are no limits or stamina bars or even inventory limits, and nothing to limit your creativity. Build your way. Turn your rundown farm into a thriving homestead. Grow crops, raise animals, and build decorative items from quaint cottages to sprawling estates. The choice is yours. Well, yours and your friends if you choose to bring them. The consensus of reviewers is that Luma Island has great pacing and amazing quality of life features. It's a lot of fun and there's lots to do. But as you progress into the late game, it can begin to feel a bit grindy. Luma Island was released in November 2024 and has steadily maintained an impressively high player review score. It makes number 9 on our list with a score of 89% with well over 3,000 reviews. So I'd say the positives are heavily outweighing any negatives, but find out for yourself. Link below. Coming at number 8 is a title with such a unique concept that it really deserves more attention. In Echoes of the Plum Grove, you'll start as a single character with a humble plot of land in the village of Honeywood. It'll take planning, hard work, and a strong will to build your lot and transform it into a happy homestead, but you won't do it alone. The relationships you build in Honeywood will determine your options and avenues of success or failure. Not only will the relationships with your fellow townspeople be important to you, but your long-term success will hinge on your ability to build your very own functioning family. You see, in Echoes of the Plum Grove, you don't play as just a single villager. You play as the entire lineage of your original single villager. If your character becomes ill and can't find a cure in time, they may pass away. But you'll find yourself in control of another family member ready to carry on with the same goals in mind. That's what makes this game different. You'll play generations of characters as you expand your property and influence within Honeywell and form strong bonds with your fellow townspeople to ensure the best for your family's legacy. This game is cozy but with a dark side, one of my personal favorite styles in gaming. There's failure and there's death, but as long as you can keep your family members right side up, you'll continue to have access to your dream estate. Side note, the Paper Mario-like artwork is charming as well, to me at least. Released April 2024, Echoes of the Plum Grove earns its spot on our list today at number 8 with a player review score of 90% with 1,800 reviews. This one is worthy of your attention. And at number 7, we have Ooblets. Ooblets is a relaxing yet deeply weird farming, creature collection, and dance battle game with a lot of heart, character, and town life. This game is cozy, eccentric, expressive, and packed full of things to do. You'll start with a rundown shack. Unfortunately, it won't come without some strings attached. There are a list of tasks that you'll need to complete in order to take full ownership of the property. These tasks include traveling across the island, engaging in dance battles, running errands, and delivering items to specific locations. There's plenty of furniture and decor to collect, as well as a bunch of hairs, hats, clothes, costumes, and accessories to collect for use with your character. The main focus of collection, though, is collecting the game's namesake, the Ooblets. These are small, odd creatures that call the island home and love to settle disputes through dance battles, of which you control. These dance battles are card-based challenges where you attempt to collect a certain amount of points before your opponent. They are considered quite fun and addictive by the player base. What really sets this game apart is its overall art style, quirky humor, and catchy soundtrack. It's an experience for your senses as much as your mind. If you're looking for a stress-free farming and life sim with loads of collection and customization, feast your eyes on this. Ooblets has a 91% player review score with over 1,300 reviews. Check it out at the link below. In 6th place, we have Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, a beloved follow-up to the very popular Story of Seasons, the game ultimately responsible for Stardew Valley. Zephyr Town's Bazaar was once one of the grandest in the world, drawing customers and peddlers from all 4 corners of the globe. These days, though, the bazaar has more tumbleweeds than customers. It's up to you to turn its fortunes around. Raise animals, harvest crops, craft rare delicacies, then sell your wares at your very own stall in the bazaar. As the bazaar business grows, new goods and services will arrive, which you can use to improve your farm. Help return prosperity to the bazaar, and Zephyr Town will thrive once again. This game shares the same spirit as Harvest Moon, but still carves its own unique personality. You'll spend the weekdays expanding your garden and growing your crops, gathering them up to sell at the bazaar at the end of each week. So there's always a looming deadline to keep you focused, but the excitement of pulling off a good day of sales will catapult your spirit into the next coming week. The voice acting is top-notch and the entire vibe of the game is charming and uplifting. If you enjoyed the original Story Seasons or are looking for the next Stardew Valley, give this one some real attention. The written reviews are overflowing with positivity and compliments, which is why it's no surprise that it makes it to our list today at number 6 with a player review score of 93% with over 1,800 reviews. To round off our top 5, we're going to need to take a trip to the Outback with Dinkum, a farming life sim set in the Australian Outback with strong similarities to Animal Crossing that can be enjoyed by just you or with friends in online co-op. You'll start out with a simple campfire and a sleeping bag, but your camp can grow into a thriving town with shops, fountains, flower beds, and windmills. Craft furniture and decorations to personalize your home, reshape the island to design your ideal town layout, and customize your character's look from head to toe. When it comes time to explore Dinkum, which will start almost immediately, don't be fooled by the many native creatures of these foreign lands. Most look cute and approachable, but looks are often deceiving here. The lands themselves are sprawling and there's a variety of biomes to discover and explore with unique items and supplies. You'll meet NPCs that will request your help with certain tasks, but doing so and helping them out can lead to them joining your camp and opening shops that can be of a huge help to you. This game is highly recommended by players, but there is a consensus that this title is much more fun as a single-player game than it is as a co-op experience, due to limitations of control where only the host has access to many of the main building features. It is heavily influenced by Animal Crossing, but it has its own personality and does a good job of distinguishing itself. It has an impressive 93% review score with well over 14,000 reviews, and there's a demo to check out, so there's no reason not to try it. And at number 4, we have another follow-up to a popular farming life sim in My Time at Sandrock. The game takes place 300 years after a great cataclysmic event that ripped the most modern of technologies from man's hand. You'll gather resources to build new machines, befriend locals, and defend Sandrock from monsters, all while saving the town from economic ruin. Daylight is limited and a lot of things have to get done, so you'll need to plan out your week to make the most of everything. That means each day you'll need to find time to tend to the garden, run errands, complete tasks, expand your farm, and build relationships with the locals. One reviewer summarized the game very well, stating, "For those who have played My Time at Portia, this sequel feels more like an evolution than a revolution. If you enjoyed the first game, you'll have a great time with My Time at Sandrock as well. If this is your first encounter with the series, think of it as a 3D version of Stardew Valley, but with a stronger focus on crafting and item production rather than farming, which plays a smaller supporting role here. Whether you're a returning fan or a newcomer, I wholeheartedly recommend giving this game a try. If that's not enough of an endorsement to check this title out, how about knowing that 94% of reviewers recommended this game to others? And if that's still not enough, there's a free demo available so you can try before you buy. Seems like a good proposition to me. And at number 3, we have a special kind of farm sim with Rusty's Retirement. Rusty's an old robot who lived out a long non-life and is now living out his retirement, expanding and caring for a garden, right at the bottom of your screen. Rusty's Retirement is an idle farm sim that takes place on the bottom of your display. Go about your day and tasks like normal, and Rusty will do the same. Plant crops and watch Rusty get to work as he waters, nurtures, and harvests. Unlock new crops as you progress, from crispy carrots to ripe tomatoes. Use crops to produce clean and energy-efficient biofuel, which is a vital robot power source. Sell biofuel to other machine inhabitants and reinvest that money into expanding your own farm. Rusty's not the only robot you can control. Deploy a team of little droids to assist with planting, watering, and harvesting. Customize and upgrade your helper bots to increase efficiency. Rusty's Retirement is built to sit comfortably at the bottom of your screen, allowing you to do other tasks while caring for your farm. Zoom in and out for a less distracting view, or alternatively, turn on focus mode, which slows down crop production and allows you to focus on your real-life tasks without worrying about turning over the virtual crops. There's built-in Twitch integration as well, so you can share your ongoing farm with your viewers. Rusty's Retirement comes well recommended and boasts a 97% review score with well over 6,000 reviews. That's pretty impressive. And at number 2, we have a game that grabbed my attention right out of the gate for its grim approach to cozy farm games. Grimshire is a farming sim with a dark twist. You'll start the game in the small town of Grimshire, having been recently rescued from a disaster in your home city known as the capital. You have no memory of the events that led to your injury or the chaos that occurred in your city. The residents of Grimshire offer you a home among them, which is a small abandoned shack and neglected farm. At this point in the game, you're tasked with getting to know the townspeople, which is motivating because they each give you a gift that will help you establish your homestead. You'll quickly catch on to the game loop, or so you think, and settle right into the cozy side of this game. But that's when it gets real. The trouble that caused the tragedy at the capital swiftly finds its way to Grimshire, and now you're tasked with keeping everybody alive. The gardening in this game isn't for profits, it's life or death, for everybody, and they're all counting on you to see them through. There's only so much time in the day, but with everybody counting on you for their very survival, you're going to have to make the most out of everyday sunlight. The graphics seem simple at first, but are quite fitting and charming once you get an hour or so under your belt. The gameplay loop is addictive, and there are consequences for your actions, or lack of action. You really need to play this game to appreciate how unique it really is and the potential it has for greatness. Luckily for us all, there's a free demo that takes you pretty deep into the story and does a great job of letting you really get to know the game. Grimshire takes number 2 on our list today with a mind-blowing 98% player review score with over 1,000 reviews. And this game is still in early access. You really need to check this one out, for real. And finally, taking the number 1 top slot for Best Farming Life Sim for its improvements and expansion on everything that made Stardew Valley popular in the first place, Fields of Mistria is a fan project heavily influenced by Stardew Valley, but with far more to do and more quality of life improvements and mechanics. In Fields of Mistria, you'll create and play as a villager who has been offered an overgrown homestead with potential in exchange for your assistance. Pretty typical stuff for this genre. You'll be tasked with restoring the village to its former glory after an earthquake wreaked havoc on the town. Ever since this disaster, there have been strange magical occurrences in the town and neighboring zones. It'll be up to you to make sense of them and uncover what's really going on. There is a ton to do in this game, and lots of customization options are available to discover for both your character as well as your property. There are seasons that bring change and will benefit you greatly to learn the differences between them all. And while the game was heavily influenced by Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon, it definitely had its own personality and should be viewed as an equal to those games rather than derivative of them. Fields of Mistria is tied with Stardew Valley in player review score, although the amount of reviews are worlds apart. This list is for lesser known games though, and for that reason, our #1 highest recommended farming life sim goes to Fields of Mistria with a player review score of 98% with over 17,000 reviews. Sadly, there is no demo for this one, but it has a great everyday price and a great review score. If farming life sims is your thing, jump in headfirst on this one. So there you have it, 10 lesser known but highly recommended farming life sims that you can play on Steam right now. I hope this list served you well today. I'll be looking for you in the comment section. Until we meet again, keep the game on, Game Stars. See ya!